Okay, not a lot going on today. Not a lot going on today. Mostly updates and stuff. Like you said something about Aretha Franklin. They're going to use the wheel that was found in the couch
cushion.
We was wondering which one they was going to use. We did a story on that. If you go back and
reread that one to make sure. But I think they said the one found in the sofa.
We talked about that yesterday. We did an update on Jamie Foxx. Apparently, he's around and about in Chicago. Nobody believes that, but we don't know if that's real. And how you go from a stroke victim and then you on the lakefront?
These black ladies that were on the news yesterday, they said that they could have sworn it was him.
Yeah.
And they took pictures.
It could be a body double or something. Mm-hmm. It don't matter. Who cares? We said yesterday, who cares? If it's Jamie or not. God sent him speed.
And I thought we probably was going to do an update on the movie that we saw.
We do that on our members channel.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Okay. So we have a members only channel that you guys can subscribe to, and we'll do that we do our movies and stuff. Okay. Our movie updates and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, Madonna. That's the latest thing. An update on Madonna. Because remember we talked about in the last video, one of our other videos, we talked about how Madonna was rushed to the hospital, unresponsive.
Right.
She had some kind of bacterial infection or something. Everybody was like,
what that was?
I don't know what it was, but that's what they said.
Okay.
You can only go by what they say. So with all these celebrities, we don't believe anything they say. We just go by what they tell us. So, but that was her thing. So she broke her silence and she finally talked about it. So it says, just looking at Us Magazine, Madonna breaks her silence after ICU stay for bacterial infection. I'm on the road to recovery. That's what she says.
Okay.
Madonna is speaking out for the first time since she was hospitalized for bacterial infection. Thank you for your positive energy, your prayers and words of healing and encouragement. The pop star 64 began in an Instagram. Wasn't she from a religious background?
She older than me.
Yeah, 64.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because you was listening to Madonna.
Yeah, so but I thought near my age. Not older than me.
No, like Michael Jackson and if you was listening to them when you was in high school and stuff, they got to be older than you.
No, not in high school.
When did you listen to Madonna? College?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
okay.
She ain't that much older than you, but she's a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
But I think she came from a religious background. Let us know, y'all. I think so. I think her father
or PK or something.
I can't remember, but it's something.
Is that why she's so rebellious?
Well, she did the Catholic Church, rebellious, that whole thing. But she said, thanks for your prayers and words of healing, encouragement. She said on an Instagram post, I have felt your love. I'm on the road to recovery and incredibly grateful for all the blessings in my life. Madonna went on to say that the first thing she thought about after waking up in the hospital, because remember, she was rushed non-responsive,
right?
Was her children.
Oh.
She shares her daughter, Lourdes, who's 26, with Carlos Leon, and son, Rocco, with ex-husband, Guy Ritchie.
Okay.
Madonna is also the mother of adopted son, David, and daughter, Mercy. Weren't they from Africa?
She adopted some
17, and twins, Stella and Esther or something, 10.
Okay.
They from Africa, I think. She has some African kids. I know that.
Okay.
And a black son or something. Elsewhere in her statement, Madonna confirmed that her upcoming celebration tour, because I guess she postponed it, which was scheduled to begin in Vancouver July 15th, will now be postponed.
Okay.
So she has to recover. Whatever it was. See, these people... And I'm starting to understand the older we are, more celebrities that we grew up with and stuff are going to pass away.
Yeah.
The longer we live.
But you know what? The sad thing about it is a lot of young ones are passing away.
I know.
Catching us off guard.
Yep, a lot of them.
Because we're all still waiting for Quincy Jones.
The rock stars is drugs and all of that. And then a lot of the rappers is violence, gang violence.
But even with drugs, there are some that are hit or miss. Like Ozzy.
Still alive.
Still shaking.
Yeah.
But still alive.
Keith Richards. He looked like they look like they're at death's door, but they all alive.
Yes.
She said, I did not want to disappoint anyone who bought tickets. I also didn't want to let down the people who worked tirelessly with me over the last few months to create my show. I hate to disappoint anyone. My focus now is my health and getting stronger. I wonder if some of that is all that stuff she got pumped in her. She has a BBL. She got all face kind of crap, all kind of stuff pumped in her
that could be
to look young.
Side effects or something.
We don't know. A lot of that could be because remember K. Michelle had that big old butt, that all that in her butt. And she said she had to have it taken out because it was interfering with her health. Oh. And she said they had to scrape. It almost cost her life. They had to go in and scrape all of that because it had punctured and went all in her body.
See, whenever we're doing anything like that, even if it's not for cosmetic, if we're doing getting another liver transplant, a heart, a kidney, if you're seriously having issues with that, think about cosmetic stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, she says whoever this guy is, he added that Madonna's health is improving. However, she is still under medical care. Mm-hmm. So,
and then
this
her
is the
age
hospital, or her manager said this. Her manager,
and her age probably has a lot to do with it.
She's 64.
Because if she was like in her 20s, 30s, she wouldn't maybe have so much.
But I wonder if some of it has to do with all that plastic surgery she's had.
Really?
Because her surgeries look botched. Remember when you look at her face, it looked messed up, and then her butt was messed. It didn't look like they did a good job.
Or unless her body didn't take
or her body didn't take to it.
Isn't that sad? Because you may be the one that get the breast implants, and your body didn't take to the thing inside you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, so everybody still send prayers for Madonna.
Holiday.
We all, we grew up with Madonna. Well, I did. I grew up with Madonna because I'm young enough to have she was when I was in high school.
Yeah, because think about it, college is where we did a lot of partying and stuff. And that's when we started seeing a lot of the videos.
Yeah.
So she had a lot of videos. We learned the songs from there.
Well, I was high school, I think. Yeah, wasn't I high school with Madonna? Yeah, 86,
yeah, but think about
85.
it, I'm clubbing age.
Oh, I don't know what you
mean. So Madonna was playing in the clubs.
You should have been out of college by then. You 6 years older than me.
No, I wasn't, because I stayed another year or so while we both graduated at the same time.
Yeah, you're right.
So I stayed another year and a half.
And then you went back or something.
Yeah. Yeah, went back to graduate.
Okay, yeah. All right, so that's Madonna.
So she was big in the 80s, 86, 87.
Yeah, that's early 80s, 85, 84. Yeah. That's Madonna.
We have got to get together.
Wendy says, hey, siblings. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Emerald says, hey, ladies.
Hey.
Let's see. Wendy says Catholic. Yeah, I knew she was Catholic or something.
Yeah.
Raised in some kind of strict religious background. Mm-hmm. Emerald says she does look like a science project. Yeah. She does. And I just watched Who's That Girl? Oh, yeah. Who's That Girl? Uh-huh. But y'all remember, we all wanted to dress like Madonna. She had the gloves with the fingers cut out, the lace gloves. With the
like Cyndi Lauper, they had that free look.
Yes, lace gloves. I remember
the
Madonna.
Fluffy dresses, like the ballerina skirts with the boots,
the double belts. Remember the double belt? Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of that. That's Madonna. As much as people try to talk about Madonna, I know we talk about her, we make fun of it. Madonna's an icon.
Yeah, she is.
A lot of people, Britney stemmed from Madonna. Yeah. All of them came from Madonna.
I can tell.
Yep. All of them came from Madonna. So let's give her flowers while she's alive. Mm-hmm. Madonna gets that prop.
We wish her well.
But she's an old person trying to hold on to being young. I say the same with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj looks like an old black lady trying to still hold on. It's like Little Kim.
She's not as
Give
bad
it up.
as Little Kim.
Oh no, Little Kim is no.
Little Kim looks so. That's what you saying, Emerald. A science project.
No,
Little Kim looks like a science project.
Yeah, that's bad.
I just hate that she even went that way.
Yeah,
and I was getting concerned.
She looked better before she messed herself up.
I was concerned about Vivica Fox.
She's starting to look better. I think what happened was they get this mindset, and it's who you hang around too. When you hang around a lot of people that's in Hollywood and they look plastic looking, you don't stand out. You thinking, I look okay. I'm looking at all the people I'm around. But then when you go to Middletown, USA, and you look like a mannequin, everybody like, what in the world? That was Vivica Fox.
Yeah.
And whatever she was doing, I think she stopped.
Oh, because her lips were looking bad.
She started to soften up and you're starting to say, okay, a wrinkle here, that's fine.
Like her face wasn't like a statue.
Yes.
You know, when you don't see them smiling, they, you know.
The other person who's lightened up is Tamar Braxton.
Oh.
Tamar was looking like I don't know
really
what that
fake.
was. And then it's like like somebody must have shook her and said, stop.
Right.
And now it's like,
Too
okay,
much.
you can have a wrinkle here or this, or maybe this a little off. It makes you look natural. Whereas where everything is just plumped up and your lips everything is like this, you look fake.
They was teasing, she passed away, the funny comedian. What's her name? Not Phyllis Diller.
Oh, Phyllis Diller.
No, not.
Oh, Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
Yeah. Phyllis Diller, too.
And Joan Rivers would make fun about herself getting cosmetics.
The thing I love about Joan Rivers, and that's why I love comedians, is that a good comedian makes fun of themselves.
Yes, before you even can do it.
And so Joan Rivers will tell you she looks like a mannequin.
Right. And you would laugh at her throwing shade at her own self.
Yes.
I like that.
Madonna did look horrible. So I'm hoping, I bet you, I don't know anything about this case. I would not be surprised if it's all the plastic surgery that caused that bacteria infection.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like she says, she's working on her health. Stay away from the plastic surgery. She's not a bad looking woman.
She may have problems doing that.
I know. She's not a bad looking woman. Let yourself go natural and then look natural.
Okay.
All right. Wendy says, wait a minute, let me go back up. Queen Gemini. She said, I was a Cyndi Lauper girl.
Yeah.
Myself. Yeah, it was Cyndi Lauper and Madonna. That was like that time. Girls just want to have fun. Cyndi Lauper was more...
let's realize.
Cyndi Lauper was more like if you didn't have to hide listening to Cyndi Lauper. With Madonna, you kind of had to be like,
risque.
I don't want everybody to know I'm listening. But Cyndi Lauper, everybody
Even
was
that book
listening
that Madonna put out.
Yeah, the sex book. But Cyndi Lauper was like fun and everybody
She's
have
doing
fun.
Some commercials now. Something with
I
health.
love Cyndi Lauper.
Something with health.
And she always seemed to me, and I don't know if it's real or not, but I haven't heard anything to separate what I'm saying, to be nice in person.
Down there.
Like a nice, some celebrities, you hear they're nice in person. I always heard Cyndi Lauper was nice in person.
Okay.
Not a bad person.
Not sneery, not
Which
standoffish.
is good.
Okay.
Queen Gemini said Miley. Yeah, Miley came from Miley Cyrus. Wendy says, do you remember when Madonna kissed Britney in the mouth? Oh yeah, when they was on the thing.
On stage.
It's Britney, bitch. Okay. That's what she said when she touched that guy and got slapped in the face. Wendy said the swelling went down on Vivica. Yeah. Well, she stopped doing whatever it is she was doing.
Thank you.
And Queen says Joan Rivers, yeah. Emerald says, I love Time After Time. If you're lost and you look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Yeah.
She was asked, I was looking at little tidbits about We Are the World. I think she had asked Quincy Jones or somebody. She was saying, do you mind if I ad-lib?
Well.
She ad-libbed that part.
Well, let's realize.
Well, no, it was later on. All that's right, overcome when we
stand together as
this
one.
Yeah.
All right.
And he was happy she did that.
Love
she
her.
made it just comfortable for
Love her.
Okay, girl.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned Cyndi Lauper. Love her. I miss that time.
I know.
That was so much fun. We can't go back. You know, when we start getting older, we start reminiscing.
Memories.
Yeah.
Corners of my
That's
mind.
fine. And that's what you want this generation to have. A lot of times when we get on them, they think we just hogging on them. We want y'all to have memories. We don't want when you in your 60s, remember that you sat in the room and played Game Boy all day. What kind of life is that? You should travel. We took our little cousin, dropped him off at the airport yesterday to Las Vegas. Travel. Go out and do stuff. Build memories. So when you get older, you can say, oh, I remember going to Vegas, or I remember when I was here or there.
He had the nerve to laugh at us when we went to order breakfast at McDonald's. And my sister said as her drink,
he's in his 20s.
Coke.
I said a Coke.
He laughed.
I got a muffin meal, and he got a muffin meal, and I said, "What do you want to drink?" He said, "High C."
High C orange.
And then I said, "I'll have a Coke." He busted out laughing.
I was like, "What's wrong with a Coke?" Like
nobody who does that.
Eddie Murphy said, "Tell him to have a Coke and a smile."
He said, "Who drinks that in the morning?"
Is that not a young thing?
Is that weird?
Did y'all heard of this?
I don't know.
He said Coke with breakfast.
Allie Bliss says, y'all were too young to remember that time. Get out of here. Nope. 60 and 55. We remember all of it, Allie.
I remember it well.
I've been trying to get you to do that.
I don't want to do it though. I'm not like that.
I love those old Broadway.
I like when you posted on Facebook. Like I noticed some people didn't recognize the one you posted with the family affair.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, Family Affair. I remember that black and white show.
I wanted you to do I remember it well.
No, I don't.
You wore blue.
Oh, You did that with your kids.
You wore blue. Say it.
No.
Say opposite.
I wore red.
Your hair was long.
No, it was short.
Oh, yes. I remember.
See, you got away with it when you were driving the bus for your little kindergarten.
We went to the movies.
No, we went to a show.
You were black.
I wore orange.
Oh, yes. I remember. Well,
and the kids like that?
I remember.
I think it's like a game for them.
Oh, yes.
Because it was always the opposite of whatever you say. So kids got into that.
I remember it well.
You want me as a grown woman.
You are blue. What? It's a song. Stupid girl. What are you talking about? Play along. It's Broadville.
That's why you did well with the kids.
All right.
Go ahead.
Emerald says Family Affair was just past me, and I normally know. Yeah, I posted that and made everybody not know. Mm-hmm. All right, so everybody wish Madonna well.
Okay.
All right, she remembers it well. You had this story. What's going on with when it was on the View?
The View ladies was talking about one of these stories. I guess it was a reporter made a comment about Biden and his temper.
Get off my lawn!
Old man Biden. Sound like old grouchy old man. And they like, really?
Why are you guys making noise in the White House?
Get off my land.
Okay.
Leave my son alone. I'm tired of you talking about my son. No, it's not my grandchild. You know what? So he claims it, I'll claim it.
He's mad. I think he's mad. Because people kept saying the cocaine found in the White House was his son. Ooh. People making fun. That's Hunter. Hunter left his cocaine in the house.
Hey, you guys, clean up after him. It's going to get you in trouble.
And then you wishing your grandkids, love your grandkids, you're 6 or whatever. You got 7. Hunter has another one. That you don't even...
Why you're not claiming it?
So he's mad.
But they made a good point, because think about it. When Obama was president, could Obama be angry?
No.
Not an angry black man.
He got mad one time, I think. And it wasn't even
I remember. He was a little stern.
Oh, he called Kanye a jackass.
Ooh.
And Kanye hated him ever since then.
Kanye is a jackass.
But I'm saying he said it back then. He said, you know what? His second term, he said everything.
I know.
Remember, people thought they was
freer.
People thought they was gonna be barbecuing on the lawn in their second term.
Yeah,
they was like, everything the stereotype black is gonna come out in that second term.
Yeah,
but yeah, his second term, he was much more. He was angrier his second term. Joe Biden is angrier his second term.
You think? He hasn't gotten a second term.
Oh, you're right. He hasn't even gotten
That's why some of the ladies was like, can you be a little cool?
You better watch out, buddy.
Alyssa was like, I don't want to see 2 angry men on stage. Trump acting crazy and stupid, and then Biden, you gonna do it too?
You don't really see Trump angry though.
Not angry, but he gets not angry, but he gets frustrated.
He gets frustrated.
What
a man got 150 cases against him.
He's always been like that.
Yeah.
But play the tape. This reporter,
former aides of President Biden, who say in private Biden has a rough temper, and Fox host Lisa Kennedy reacted. Clip, please.
Swearing at people, it's a quirk. Kind of turned me on when I heard that the president gets angry and volatile. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed in just about every single thing he has done as president. I think he's just The economy is wobbling at best. That's a kind way of putting it. His foreign policy is a disaster. He has no idea what he's doing in terms of China and Ukraine. So if he's throwing a few F-bombs here and there, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie.
Problem. What's her problem? I don't understand what the conversation was.
First of all, Kennedy,
it is a waste of conversation.
Those of us, we just got through saying we remember it well, right? Mm-hmm. If y'all remember Kennedy, if y'all remember the 80s, MTV, Kennedy was one of those people that was on MTV. And she wasn't conservative back then.
Kennedy.
The one that was just talking, the girl that's
that lady.
She's older now.
Okay, now she's just turned.
Now she's conservative. But that would make sense of her saying she liked him dropping the F-bomb.
Yeah.
That's Kennedy. That's the MTV.
I don't like anything he's done, but the F-bomb, yeah.
So that's the part of her that's still MTV.
Yeah.
Like, it makes him seem more natural if to say the F-bomb.
That's true.
But remember, he's the one that said he would take Trump behind the barn and beat him up or something,
beat him up in the alley or something. Yeah,
I just think it's coming. Everything is getting to him. I think he's tired. Mm-hmm. He's old man Joe. He's tired of people talking about him falling off.
They got a son. They talk like you just said. They talking about his policies. They talking about him falling. They talking about him. He fell off his bike.
Y'all have to understand.
Leave old man Biden alone.
We have never seen a president fall as much as Biden. He fell off his bike. He tripped over the sandbag on the stage. He's falling. He's shaking hands of people that's not there.
They talking about how he greeted the royalty with Michelle Obama showing her arms. You're not supposed to do that with the queen.
Yeah, but she wasn't tripping on her.
No, I'm just saying maybe he greeted him wrong.
First issue is putting all the eggs in one basket. They're assuming he's not going to get worse between now and November 2024.
Well, we're holding on, like you said. Something could happen to in the country's best effort to keep him on, where people will be nervous to let him go.
But if you're going to put all your eggs in one basket, that's why I told you Democrats are stupid. You need to really push Kamala Harris. And they're not doing that.
Well, at least
they really need to have her out there because it needs to be like, just in case.
She's the girl still. She can be in charge.
I know y'all saying old man Biden and him tripping and falling, he made whatever.
They need to put
her look at. She needs to be like she's running for president.
Like Cheney.
Thank you.
She needs to be a vice president like Cheney.
We knew Bush was a moron. But Republicans felt confident because they had Cheney.
Yeah.
They was like, he's the one running the White House anyway. So what
things happen and change.
We'll see.
Poor Joe.
And they said, I was watching with the Trump thing. They said that start watching closely Republicans. Now we know why they support Trump.
What do you mean?
He has so many cases against him that the powers that be said he won't be able to be president.
Oh, and the vice president will take on the leadership role as commander-in-chief. So,
but they have to back him.
They can't be
because of MAGA, and that push is going to get him in there. But they know he won't be able to serve.
Right.
So in their minds, the most important position is that vice president.
And that's why they're tippy and toeing, walking on eggshells, not to stir his fans.
This election is VP on both sides.
Yeah, that's true.
This election. So what I'm believing is happening, I'm going to believe that Democrats have some sense, is they're not pushing Kamala yet because they want to see who his vice president is. Trump's.
Mm-hmm. That's if he wins, though.
As the Republican
you don't
nominee.
Have to announce it until you win.
They want to see.
But they want to be on good behavior.
If he gets that Republican nomination,
if one of them would be nominated,
then the Democrats know it's Kamala Harris running against whoever his vice president is. We got to believe that that's what's going on.
And that vice president, like you said, with all Trump's criminal activities going on, he won't be able to serve in that role.
And they were saying Even though he's thinking he can technically do it, he can't. A president cannot pardon himself.
Okay.
So whoever the vice president is, once they become president, they can pardon him.
But if they pardon him, that means that he can take on the role as president again? No?
No. He won't be president anymore.
Oh.
It'll be a formal exchange of power.
So because he can't take on the role as president in prison
or house arrest or whatever,
the vice president
will become president.
Just sworn in kind of thing.
Will become president.
So even if the vice president becomes president and pardons Trump, where does Trump go? Back in the
I try to look at all this stuff because even though I call people morons, I hate to believe that people really are truly that much stupid. There has to be some plan behind these things that people do. Some people are morons, but there are some people that you think they are, but they have a larger plan.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I was watching the background of the overturning the election.
Okay.
And why the FBI is so much into wanting to convict Donald Trump for overturning the election, trying to overturn the election, because it was going to work. When I saw the breakdown of how this plan was put out, I went, no wonder they climbed the...
But you said their ace in the hole was Pence.
No wonder they climbed those walls and said, hang Mike Pence.
Because Pence...
They wanted to stop whatever was going on in that room. They wanted to do it peacefully because they wanted Mike Pence to just say, I'm not going to declare that this is over or done.
Right.
And then they wouldn't have to have climbed the walls and try to go in there and disrupt everything. But because he didn't do what they wanted him to do, they had to go to plan B, which was stop him from doing it.
Okay.
And it would have worked. But they came back. Remember, after all that disruptiveness, Mike Pence came back. Call him what you want, mother. I got to get back in there, mother. The Holy Spirit is moving me.
And he was not, as the man of faith,
they thought
to do that.
They thought he was a fake Christian.
Which they always come across.
As much as we talk about Mike Pence,
yeah,
I believe the man is a man of God.
Yeah.
He's just weak.
Yeah.
But he literally said he did what God told him to do.
That's why I was telling you, a part of me thinks that he's not outwardly dogging Trump, even in Trump's because think about it. We keep thinking about the Bible when Saul was trying to kill David. He literally was trying to take David out.
But he didn't say anything bad about him.
David could have destroyed Saul and just poof. He said, touch not my anointing, neither do my prophet any harm. David was like, I'm going to let God deal with that. I'm not going to badmouth him. I'm not going to come at him, even though he's trying to kill me. I think Pence is really a born-again believer. He didn't want to dog him out.
And the way that these lawyers explained it was that they could have overturned the election. Because I was thinking, how can you overturn the election?
Right.
If Pence would not have went ahead with the ceremony.
Right.
And called for each state. He could have challenged and said,
recounting,
I want each state, and kicked it back to the states.
Oh.
Trump, I don't know if y'all know this. This is part of the whole FBI thing. This is why he's going to be convicted. They actually had registers in those states to go on record to say Trump won.
Really?
Yes. And those were people that Jack Smith, the FBI guy, has been calling in and giving them immunity to tell the truth.
Oh my God.
And they're coming in and they're telling the truth. And they're saying, we were told to lie by Donald Trump.
Oh my goodness.
They were going, if this is the way,
plan in place.
And it was all the lawyers who have said this said it was a brilliant plan if Mike Pence would have done what he was supposed to do. Mike Pence single-handedly saved that election. And people don't even realize it. because God told him what to do.
Mother.
He was supposed to kick it back to the states.
Yeah.
They were going to go to those states that Trump had supposedly, they said, lost, where they said it was voter fraud. And the registers was going to say, we retaliated or whatever. Trump won. Now, the person who was listening to the lawyer said that wouldn't have worked because you know that the Democrats would have challenged it. Yes. And guess where it would have gone? To the Supreme Court.
Which he has.
Remember the hanging Chad year?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Democrats were supposed to win that year. Florida with the hanging Chad. And where did it go? The Supreme Court.
To make the decision.
And they said, no, you can't count those. And the Republican won. It would have gone to the Supreme Court. And they would have said, we agree, the registers, we will say what they said. But then the lawyer, another guy came back and said, yeah, but then, the House would have challenged the Supreme Court.
Right.
They don't have enough votes. The Republicans in the House would have said what the Supreme Court said was right, and Trump would have won the election.
So
they had a brilliant plan
to overthrow,
and Pence messed it up. That's why they wanted to hang Mike Pence.
But how would they have known about the plan? They was just mad because
they was listening to Trump.
Was mad.
They was listening to Trump.
They had no clue what the plan
was.
But
he was telling them to stop. We're going to go up there and we're going to stop Mike Pence from doing. That's why those
got
people
everybody to cheer. Get him. Or not to get him to cheer, but they wanted to because he was disliking them because he wasn't listening. You're not even trying to help me and get fair, justice be done.
They wanted the FBI, and this is why everybody's like, why is the FBI so much into this whole thing with the overturning? They don't ever want that to happen again because that was a brilliant plan that could have disrupted our whole system.
But what is so funny because some other countries, they don't do all that. They just take the person's life.
They give them some poison.
Like in Haiti, they took the man's life, the man that was over. They don't poison them like Russia. They don't go through this extremeness, but they got to with our country because
we're free.
Yeah, we like the liberty that we have in this country.
That was the plan. Wow. So a lot of people, when these lawyers were talking about it, they said everybody keeps laughing at Trump. Like, oh, get out of here. You actually think, no, it would have worked. It would have worked.
Okay.
But Mike Pence messed them up.
Well, we can give thanks to
this
him for
mega lady went off.
A man of integrity.
This mega lady, he was having a little meeting where he was town hall thing type of thing. And this mega lady went off on him and said that all you had to do was just do what you were supposed to, which is not do whatever. He said that would have been going against the Constitution. I had a constitutional bound to do what I was supposed to do. And he said, and you know what? God told me I did the right thing.
Really?
And she couldn't say anything back. And she's a mega person. So she said, I may not agree with him, but I believe what he said.
Because think about it. How can you go against something that's following a law and a rule and not being
and what God tells you to do.
Yeah. Because what God tells you to do something, it makes sense. He does things decently and in order.
Not out of order.
He's not a God of confusion, not the author of confusion.
So
okay,
that was something I was amazed about that.
Not gonna get you still tread and trying to get.
And I think all of that, I guess I'll bring it all full circle, plays into why Biden is yelling at everybody and screaming and everything, because he knows, number one, he was this close to not being the president of the United States. Nobody wants him to be the next president of the United States, not even his own party.
Well,
it's almost like you're the kid when they picking the teams and you're the last one. And by default, the other team has to have you.
I was always that last one too.
Don't you feel bad?
Yeah, like
and
nobody
then,
want me on.
And then when you walk over, see, I wasn't that. I had no sportsmanship, but I was funny, so I was always in the middle of the crowd. Okay. I was never the last one like you.
Okay.
But by the time they got to the ones like you, we wasn't even looking anymore. We talking about what we gonna do. And then the person picking is like,
pick me.
They don't even pick you. The other person picks the other person, and then you just walk over to your team.
I know, I'm by default. I'm on the team by default. That's just embarrassing.
Joe Biden is the presidential nominee for the Democrats by default.
Oh, well, we'll see. I don't want to push them down that
Well,
bad.
how much you want to push him down, Lenore?
There's some things that he has done that's okay.
Okay.
I mean, so I don't know if do people have more negative against than positive for him as president?
I don't know.
I mean, it could be worse. We could still be under Trump.
Let's see. Wendy says, double Dutch Jacks hide and seek climb trees. Lemonade stand. Oh, you must be going back to Obama. Tan suit. Oh, yeah, he wore that tan suit. They lost their minds. Trayvon would be my son. Oh, yeah, remember he said that. Emerald says, I won't laugh at him. I tripped over someone's foot the other day and hurt myself. Wow, in 3 places. Queen said, but at least it's somebody's foot, Emerald.
Well, no, those were bags that was on the stage.
But he's been falling over nothing, too. Queen says, Trump, blah, 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 Sleepy Joe, laugh out loud. Wendy says, I agree, Kim, they should put Kamala out front. And Emerald says, I was always last by default, too. Emerald always has identity with you. I noticed that.
Thank you. We share a lot.
Y'all share a lot, Emerald.
That's okay.
I noticed that. Emerald,
if I had to redo my life again in high school, I would have gone into theater.
Not sports.
I was always a bench warmer. I was with the girls because they was fun and I like them, but I was not a good athlete.
Okay. Well, speaking of athletes, that's a good transition.
Okay.
Larson Pippen, traumatized by Michael Jordan, who not wanting him to be with his son. Her to be with his son.
That ain't his business.
Well, I don't know.
It's not his
First
business.
of all, let's talk about this for a second. First of all, Scotty came out of nowhere with this whole thing about hating Michael Jordan. No one knew he hated Michael Jordan. He don't have to say nothing negative.
That you was a little jealous, but you didn't have to come out like that.
So let's build this up for people who don't know, because we Chicago. Scottie Pippen, a superb basketball player, perfect teammate with Michael Jordan. It was like they was Sonny and Cher, like whatever, two peas in a pie. He would assist with the ball, and Michael would take it.
That's how they were on the court.
On the court. Never knew that they didn't like each other in real life. And when you see the videos, apparently Michael Jordan didn't either, because he was laughing at everything. He thought Scottie Pippen liked him. So he's a fake person.
And they're so competitive. A lot of times you do have a different the atmosphere is different. The environment is different when you're on the court.
When you're on the court.
And when you're away, I ain't playing golf with you, man.
And I think Scottie Pippen, he's the guy that just goes along.
Yeah.
Just to make things work. I think what happened, Scottie Pippen always was mad that everybody made more money than him, which is his fault.
Yeah.
When his contracts would come up for negotiation, he never negotiated.
Right.
He went with whatever they paid him and said, oh, I'm just glad to be here.
And they took advantage of that.
took advantage of it. Why would I pay you more money and you're not asking for it?
Asking for it, so you okay.
But this is how, when God has something for you, because remember my last job, I came from one job to that job, and the person asked me what my salary I wanted, and I gave them a low salary, and I was paying, and they paid me what I asked for.
That's what you asked for.
And when they went to the board said, no, she needs to be making way more than that in that position. And they upped my salary.
See, that was favor.
A lot.
Because you didn't do it yourself.
I didn't do it myself. So Scottie Pippen should have been praying to God, and he would have got a better...
especially doing those 4, 5, 6 times.
And Michael
They
Jordan...
needed him. They could not lose him.
And Michael Jordan would have went to bat for him.
Yes, he would.
He would have said, you give him whatever he wants.
Because we got this thing going, and we hot.
We dominated.
Yes.
People hated us in Chicago.
That would have been the perfect time for Pippen to do that.
The perfect time.
What is wrong with him?
And
I think he's bitter because he didn't.
That's what I was getting ready to say. So he's been bitter against Michael Jordan ever since.
And that's his fault.
And I believe he's also been bitter because when people say Chicago and champion, it's Michael Jordan. No one talks about the guys that supported him. Mm-hmm. Steve Kerr and all of them. They always talk about, like as if he was the only player on the basketball court. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan. Mm-hmm. Again, that's Scottie Pippen's fault. Mm-hmm. He could have put himself out there and said, I'll help Michael and this and that. Right. But he stayed quiet. So that's your fault.
His personality.
So he married Larsa. Okay, they have a family. Mm-hmm. Larsa's the lady on in the picture.
Okay.
And they had a bitter divorce.
Ooh.
Okay. She's still taking him for money. His pension. Everything.
So she's an older woman.
She's an older woman. And she is dating Michael Jordan's son.
Okay.
Who's young. Wow. Compared to her. And everyone knows now Michael Jordan doesn't care for Scottie Pippen because he probably feels like I said.
Okay.
If you hated me all these years, you should have said something.
All that shade on me now.
So I don't like him or his family.
Okay, don't come near my family.
And I don't like Larson. Larson been dating everybody.
Okay.
Future, everybody. She's a serial dater.
Okay.
And so they was asking. Now Michael Jordan doesn't speak out against nothing. He never answers.
He has anything to say
when he comes in an interview. When he comes out of restaurants, people yell questions at him. He never answers. Michael, what do you think about George Floyd? Michael, what do you think about Obama? Michael, what do you think about Trump? Michael, it could be the Trade Center blew up. Mm-hmm. Michael, what you think about the World Trade Center? He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
The other day, he comes out of the restaurant. Michael, what do you think about your son dating Larson? You like it? He turns around to the camera and yells, no.
That's a big one. He actually said something.
Michael Jordan.
And he said how he felt.
No.
I'm surprised he didn't say hell no.
And he said it to where you knew he was answering that question. He turned around. Coming out of the restaurant, going into getting in his car.
Questions that's been thrown at you.
Michael, what do you think about your ex-wife? Michael, you think you're the best basketball player in the world? What do you think about that?
How many kids you got?
Michael Jackson said that he loved doing a video with you. What do you think about his death?
Your documentary that's coming out.
The documentary. Michael Jordan, your shoes. You got the new movie. Yeah. The new movie. Yeah. Michael, what's some new movie? Your mother's in the new movie. You love that, Michael? Yeah. Nothing.
How do you feel about your son?
What do you think about your son dating Larson Pippen? He turned around and said, no. No, they said, do you agree with it? No. So that's all everybody's been talking about.
Is that son thinking about that?
So Larson Pippen finally comes out and says something about that.
What did she say?
It says she's traumatized by Michael Jordan's comment.
Because he don't never say nothing.
He don't never say nothing.
If he's actually said something about her, that hurt her feelings, I bet.
Larson Pippen, it says according to page 6, Larson Pippen says she was embarrassed and traumatized after Michael Jordan publicly shared that he is disapproved of her relationship with his son, Marcus Jordan. I didn't think it was funny. There is nothing funny about it. The reality star, 49, said to Marcus.
She's a reality star?
Yeah, she's into stuff. At 32. She used to be friends with Kim Kardashian. She has a podcast with Marcus. Her and Marcus have a podcast.
Oh, wow.
Pippen said she felt uneasy about the NBA legend's remarks as she believed the public would think she had lied earlier this year when she said both families approved of the relationship. Online, they were saying that I was lying. that I lied and said that our parents are fine because I was doing interviews and saying, obviously Michael Jordan was okay with it. When I would say that, I felt like I didn't embellish that. And I would say both of our parents want us to be happy. I do understand that it's not awkward for us to be together because it's us. Mm-hmm. The Real Housewife of Miami, he was saying reality star, admitted that her romance with the trophy room store founder probably is awkward for her ex-husband, Scottie Pippen, and his former Chicago teammate, Michael, due to the nature of their alleged feud. Mm-hmm. However, the mom of four said she and Marcus weren't a part of all of that. She actually thought they were okay. He probably pulled a Scottie Pippen on her. Mm-hmm. Made her think everything was good, just like Scottie Pippen. Smile in your face all the time. Won't take your place. The backstabbers.
Oh, God.
He probably said to her, "Oh, you're a wonderful girl, and long as Marcus is happy." And then when they asked him, he said no.
No, he wasn't.
He pulled a Scottie Pippen on you, Larsa. That's what he did.
Getting a taste of it yourself. But it has really, who cares?
Nobody.
Who cares? Like Joy says, who cares? Who cares? So how many year difference is that?
49 and 32.
So 49 and 39 would be 10.
17.
Oh, okay.
That's old. That's old enough to be his mom.
49 and 39 is 10. So that's not 17, is it?
49 and 39. He's 32.
7. Okay, yeah.
17
more years.
That's old enough to be his mom. 17.
Well, yeah. Some women get pregnant.
So I just thought that was funny.
But I'm just laughing because I don't know why she's so distraught. It's none of his business who she's dating.
She shouldn't care whether Michael Jordan cares or not.
If she dates his son or his daughters, who cares?
Okay. All right. So I thought that was funny.
Okay.
Not so much the Marcus and Larson dating. Mm-hmm. I don't care about them. Mm-hmm. But the only thing he answered was that he don't answer nothing else.
He don't say nothing. They even had him quiet in the movie. His character.
He didn't even say nothing in the movie.
You just saw his side of his face.
So is that Michael Jordan?
Up the side of your mouth.
Is that Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Is that Michael Jordan?
What do you mean?
Quiet.
He don't never do interviews. Unless he was playing.
The only thing Michael Jordan said about his shoes, he said, everybody wears my shoe. That's why he don't take stance on anything. Everybody wears my shoe. Mm-hmm. Republicans, Democrats, racists, Black Lives Matter. Everybody wears his shoe.
But the thing that we would have liked to see him is take some kind of a political stance on something, or not even political. I take that back. Maybe like LeBron doing a school.
He did one. He did the. He
does a camp.
He did the George Floyd. He said, I think he did say something about that was wrong.
Yeah.
Other than that, you don't hear nothing from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he don't say nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
But I thought that was funny.
Okay.
She got her feelings hurt. Well.
No, he don't got a swastika on his head.
Well, you know who that is.
Yeah.
Helter Skelter.
Has he always had that?
Charles Manson.
On his head?
Yeah, you don't remember that? Charles Manson.
I don't look at him like that.
Leslie Van Houten released from prison.
Wow.
Do y'all remember the movie Helter Skelter?
A little bit.
She was one of the women that went out on a murdering spree for him.
And they let her
and
out.
they viciously murdered people. She's out. She did her time.
What was it, 30?
A former member of the Manson family has been released from prison after more than 4 decades behind bars.
40 years.
The convicted murderer walked out of California facility Tuesday after successfully receiving parole earlier in the month. So she got parole by Governor Gavin Newsom.
California.
Why did he release her?
I don't know. But she wasn't in for life.
Why did Gavin release her?
Maybe for good behavior. Maybe she's turned over.
Said he would not challenge her release, despite doing so 3 different times.
I'm surprised because I'm sure the families of who she took lives.
Van Houten was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder back in 1971 for her involvement in the grisly
Yeah.
1969 La Bianca murders here in Los Angeles. This is TMZ. Rosemary, LaBianca, and Leno were stabbed to death at their home. Van Houten said she held Rosemary down while someone else stabbed her, and later admitted she stabbed her as well.
Wow.
In the years since her conviction, Van Houten's attorneys have said she was young and brainwashed by cult leader Charles Manson at the time, arguing she had been rehabilitated.
They got to trust her. They just said yes to her.
I think some crimes you can never get out.
For taking a life and doing it viciously.
Not even that. Because there's some people who viciously take lives, do their terms and get out. But to me, if it's public and there's been movies about it and books about it and it's well known, to me, I feel like she's safer in prison. More importantly, Van Houten's lawyer said she does not pose a threat to society anymore. And it seems handful of parole boards agree with that, signing off on the recommendation.
That woman is getting out. I'm sure the family member that she took the life of is not happy. They're still living, and they're like, she's getting out. They think she would be in there for life.
No, Newsom has shot her down time and time, Gavin, with his argument being the nature of her crime should prevent her from enjoying a free life, which is what I'm saying. But after his last rejection, she appealed his decision in court, and they ended up siding with her. The governor's office said trying to fight it was a losing effort, so they were going to drop it. Now at age 73, Van Houten's back on the outside, and it'll be interesting to see what she does going forward. At first, she'll be sent to a halfway house where she'll learn basic skills and get up to date on all the new technology that's come out since she was in prison. Van Houten is said to have been a constructive prisoner over the years, having found faith and showing an eagerness to teach.
Jesus, and then
she's also expressed remorse about her role in the murders.
Because they got to stand before a board to get released. So she had probably a good argument. And then that she's really changed, we'll see. Everybody finds God in prison.
What do y'all think about that? About one of the Manson women being let go? I think you still see the movie. You can't. How can you still show the movie Helter Skelter and the lady that's in the movie is out?
Is walking free at some store, probably next to you in line, buying something at Walgreens, and that's her who did all of that. You know, I thought when you kill somebody, first degree or whatever, second degree,
it should be life. Right?
It should be life, or death penalty.
Or they'll give you 40 or 50 years. Most people just don't live that long. She lived.
See, she lived.
All right. Okay. I guess because she didn't stab her while she was alive, she held her down. And because she stabbed her after the lady died. That's why I guess she gets to get out.
Oh. And remorse. And her spiritual awakening. Okay.
Wow. Ain't that something? So she's out. Oklahoma judge dismisses Tulsa race massacre reparations case filed by last 3 known survivors. There's only 3 black known survivors of, this is kind of like the Black Wall Street thing where they burnt down and all that.
Oklahoma.
Well, you still have a few people that's still alive from those days, and they never received reparations from our country because of that.
Right.
Why not?
I don't know. Nobody fought hard for them to get reparations.
An Oklahoma judge has dismissed a lawsuit seeking reparations. The last 3 known survivors of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre filed the suit. Viola Fletcher, 109, Leslie Randall, 108.
He's a veteran.
And Hughes Ellis, 102.
Wow.
Filed against the city of Tulsa and other entities in 2020, nearly 100 years after the infamous race attacks which left dozens dead. Supporting group for last 3 Tulsa riot survivors plan to appeal the judge's dismissal. The suit had asked the city to construct a hospital in North Tulsa and create a victims' compensation fund among the other requests. So it wasn't like they was just asking for money. They asking, like I said, build up the community and put the money into that. 7 defendants were named in the lawsuit, including the city of Tulsa, Tulsa County Sheriff, as well as the Oklahoma Military Department, Fox News reports. On Friday, Tulsa County District Court Judge Carolyn Wall tossed the case with prejudice. Dismissal with prejudice means the plaintiff cannot refile the same claim again in that court. Wow. These people trying to live and
they're still about it. So they're not giving them any reparations for what happened.
For what happened?
Were they thinking that the people who actually did it, is that who they would come after?
They probably said, yeah, why are you suing the city? But
city
people,
is not the blame.
People sue the city all the time when crowds do stuff.
I know. You would think they would go after
because the police department didn't stop them.
I don't know. They would have. That's hard to prove in a courtroom.
The Judge Wall has described herself as conservative, constitutionally conservative, and claims she dismissed the suit based on arguments from the city and regional chamber of commerce.
You would have to literally go after that family that started it.
5 things that you should know about the Tulsa race riots. The 1921 Tulsa race riots in Tulsa, Oklahoma is believed to be one of the most violent racial events in American history. And you got 3 survivors. Mm-hmm. Over the course of several days, Greenwood, a prosperous Black community in Tulsa known as Black Wall Street, was burned to the ground by white vigilantes. Black and white people were killed during that riot.
Yes. And that's history.
That's history. Black Wall Street.
Everybody needs to know that one. Don't shut that down. Wow.
So they not doing anything about these people who lost everything.
No, they are just waiting for those 3 to die.
They waiting on them to die.
So we won't hear no more from it.
The last 3.
Isn't that sad?
So,
but did any survivors from the Holocaust
get compensation from Germany? I don't know.
That's a question for those.
And that's for them with Germany. We don't know nothing about Germany. This is here.
No, I'm not talking about.
I know.
I'm talking about just reparations for being treated really bad.
Right. I don't know.
And they survived that bad.
But we know in this country there's reparations for the Japanese that were in prison here during the war.
How was that?
They put the Japanese people that when we were fighting the war in concentration camps here. Right. Because they didn't trust Japanese people.
Right.
And they got compensation. And then they got reparations.
Native Americans have to.
Native Americans got reparations.
Blacks just don't get treated even with the same background and history.
This is Black Wall Street. These are people who can show you on paper they own businesses.
They were doing,
that was burnt out of their businesses.
They were doing what a lot of whites wanted them to do anyway.
Go
Stay away from us.
Do your own thing. Leave us alone. Go do that.
Do your own bank. Have your own neighborhood.
The city of Tulsa owes them reparations. Their businesses and banks were burnt down. I have proof I had a business. I had proof I had a home.
And another
I have proof I had this. And it was taken away by white vigilantes and the police did not protect us.
Right.
Why can't they get reparations for that?
I don't know why they didn't win in the courts. They must don't have good legal assistance.
All right.
Okay.
Let me see. Wendy says, going back to the Manson, they killed Sharon Tate's baby in her stomach.
They sure did.
She was young, cold-blooded, as old as are disgraceful and hateful.
Yep.
I agree.
And she's out now.
Who? Oh, yeah.
That lady.
So I just thought that was worth mentioning.
Okay. It makes you wonder, though. It's real sad.
We can't get nothing.
The last shall be first.
But that's okay. That's all right.
Last.
That's okay. That's all right. Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. This was yours.
This has been on the news recently. Different artists have been noticing that their audiences are getting more aggressive by throwing things on the stage. Drake, I think a phone hit his hand.
They was throwing bras and panties and everything.
I don't know what, somebody threw something and hit Harry Styles in the face. And somebody threw a bag, I think at Pink, with their mom's ashes in it. They got it on video saying, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to
Why are
handle
people
this.
doing that?
I don't know. Where did that come from?
People did always throw stuff, but not
underwear.
But not beer cans and phones.
What was the cell phone for? Here, take a picture of me. I don't get it. And that's when they've been saying that Adele made that comment when she came out on stage. In fact, I don't know if you want to play it. You got the video though. It's Adele saying, don't y'all better not throw anything up here at me. But they're talking about the different artists that had things thrown at them. I don't know if you want to read one or two.
It says Harry Styles, the former One Direction singer, was performing in Vienna, Austria, and it's not American; it's everywhere.
Vienna.
On July 8th, when a fan hit him in the face with an object. It's unclear what the object was in video recording of the incident, but after it struck Styles, he put his hand to his eye and sat on the steps before he walked off stage, holding his eye.
What if they would have blinded him?
What are they doing?
What if whatever they threw would have blinded him? You messing with the very artist that you,
Concert attendee Madison Ford told Today.com the object appeared to be a rose.
They threw it at his face.
The stem hit Styles in the eye. People been throwing flowers.
You can't do that no more. They got thorns on them.
Ford said the object was thrown toward the end of his performance and that he finished the last 25 minutes of his set after it was thrown. Ford said Styles appeared to be clearly hurt after the interaction. Representatives for Styles did not respond. Drake was performing in Chicago, this is the one I was talking about, on the first night of It's All Blur tour on July 5th when a fan threw a cell phone at him on stage. According to the video of the incident posted on social media, Drake was singing a slowed down version of Genuine's So Anxious. So anxious. He had more than just Pony. At least he had So Anxious. So anxious. Okay. When the phone came flying through the air from the crowd.
My goodness.
So anxious.
It hit his hand.
It appears Drake almost...
That would have been funny if it hit him in the head.
It appears Drake almost caught the phone, but it ended up hitting his hand and flying off stage.
What was the purpose of throwing your phone, you knucklehead fan? To take a picture of him? I just don't know. The news people were saying today, that's going to mess it up. If y'all keep doing that, it's going to mess it up for future concert goers because they may put things in front of you where you can't even hardly see them.
A fan also threw a cell phone at BB Rexa during a separate incident last month. The singer was performing in New York City on June 18 when she was hit in the face by a phone, causing her to drop to her knees as the crew members rushed to help. Yeah. According to the video posted online, she was taken to the hospital for her injuries and later posted photos and videos of her bruised eye.
Yep. That could have hit her in the eye, just like Harry Styles. That could have hit him in the eye, the thorn part of it. What is wrong with people?
Now, let me tell you why. They found out who did it.
Okay.
27-year-old, this answers all the questions.
Well, everybody's throwing stuff?
This guy answers the question.
Okay.
A 27-year-old man, Nicholas, was arrested and charged with the assault connection to the incident. Okay? This is what he said. As a fan, my sole intention was to have her take photos with my phone and return it as a keepsake. That's why he threw his phone.
And the person that probably threw the phone at Drake.
Now, you're in a crowd of thousands.
Yeah.
And you throw your phone at me. Let's just say for the sake of argument, I decide to take pictures. How do I know that's your phone?
Who are you?
You're a dummy. You're a moron.
Maybe they got alcohol in them and they just not thinking. Here, take my photo. Hey, you.
That's why he did it.
I believe that's probably the reason why a phone would hit an entertainer. But Adele said, "You ain't throwing nothing at me. I'll stop this concert probably."
I can understand young people's concert. If you're at an Adele concert and somebody throws a phone, come on now. Like, we spent $1,000 for those tickets.
Case, why would you throw your mom's ashes?
Was her mom a Pink fan, maybe?
I look. Pink said, "I don't even know what to do with this." Oh, so that's the new trend now. They're trying to find ways to stop that from happening.
Every day we try to do a TikTok. Just like we do the joke of a day, we do a funny TikTok of a day. Now, this one I haven't seen, but you saw it. I saw a little bit of it.
Okay.
This is today's funny TikTok of the day. What does that name say right here? It was posted by
Apple Bum.
Okay.
And what is the chair for? Just
Yeah, what is the chair
baptize
for?
me in
Probably
the
for her to
shower.
sit.
It's an accident waiting to happen.
Come on, Pete. Yeah, Lord. Come on. Oh, Lord.
Somebody say, "Oh Lord."
I would help y'all play, but I just had back surgery. I can't assist in that. It's okay. I like that shower cap, Peach. Peach, man, mess around. She not getting her hair wet today. Not mess around with y'all player.
Is she gonna fall again?
Peach, you should have got you them 9-slip swimming shoes. I told her.
What happened to the camera?
For real. Thought that girl better go see the Lord. I'm glad they held her.
Why did they turn it upside down?
I know that flow slip Sister Johnson weighed some collard peaches.
They need
Who did the camera?
No.
And what is the chair for?
Maybe
Just
for her to
baptize
sit.
me in the
Okay,
shower.
first of all, I don't know how both. Okay, look at this picture.
Okay.
How do they think both of them gonna fit in there with her?
I don't know.
Let's say she does not fall and gets down there.
Yeah.
How he think he gonna fit and he gonna fit at the same
They
time?
probably together to hold her up. Because by themselves.
But you can't fit in there with her.
Well, she has, when she comes down, she's supposed to probably sit on that shower chair. And maybe they were thinking that'd be best for them not to lean her back like you normally do on some baptisms. But both of them would need to be in there to help.
Okay,
Kind of.
we did a whole show yesterday about being overweight, didn't we? About being on the plane and about how being overweight can stop you from being able to do stuff.
Yeah.
Her size stops her from being baptized. She's the actual size of the tub. That's number one. So when she gets down to the neck, all of that water's going to come up over their head. That's number one.
She just been baptized.
This is when I knew that I had gotten too big.
Oh.
When I ran the bath water of a normal bath.
Right.
And I got in and it all went out.
It did.
Now I understand. Remember our grandmother?
Yeah.
She would run a little bit of water.
Yes.
And get in there.
Yeah.
They know. That was when I said, I'm never taking a bath again.
You had it up.
Hot tubs, any of that.
Okay.
People look at big people when you get ready to get in the hot tub.
Yes.
Because they got their arms up and they relaxing and the water's right here. You get in, it's over. No longer. I can't do it no more. I can't sit back. The water can't be here no more. Because you're getting in.
Get in the hot tub. Ow, gonna make you sweat. Hot tub. Too hot. Ooh, too hot for the hot tub. Oh, play it one more time. I'm telling you, that's why both of them are in there. They probably need to catch her.
Okay, so now.
She could have fallen down the stairs.
Now, you got her in. Let's just say she didn't fall.
Okay.
She's in. The water's up to their necks now because her weight is going to bring all the water up.
Go that high. That's probably why they got that chair.
What's the chair going to do?
The chair's not going to let her submerge.
She's
going to be sitting on that chair.
First of all, like I told you, the water's going to rise to their necks.
No, not when she steps down.
So when she sits down, they don't even have to bend her back.
Right.
The water's already gonna be right here.
I was trying. No, I don't think so, because once she comes down that last steps, the last stair, the water won't rise up like that because she's not going to submerge all the way down. That's probably why they got that chair.
But how was they going to baptize her?
I don't know what the plan was for that.
Oh, for her to go back?
Yeah, I don't. They maybe while she's sitting, and two of them would need to still make sure she don't flip over, and her head will go down in the water. I don't know. I wish they would have kept the camera straight. So
and then number 2. We all know when you get wet, you get heavier.
Yeah.
How is she going to get out with that outfit on?
That's why 2 men are there. I bet you. That's why.
I almost feel.
Because one man was not going to do it by himself.
I almost feel, hope God don't strike me down.
She should just get.
I think an angel tripped her.
No, Kim.
Because they thought it was going to get worse.
It kept
look, it would have been worse. It's good for her to fall going in. So just sprinkle some water on her like priests do.
Like they do
call
at the
it a
Catholic
day.
church.
Yes.
That's the kind of baptism. Or at the on the lake. Some people go to the lake. Take me to the river. She can walk in.
Really?
Yeah.
How would she come back out?
No, she can come out. They'll go right where she can submerge and go down. Not a tub, like you said. A tub is too narrow. They should have baptized her at the river.
She should have been baptized at the River Jordan.
At a river. But go ahead.
But that's what I said. That's why we got to lose weight. You see what I'm saying? Normal stuff like just getting baptized is hard.
Praise God, though. She wants to be baptized.
And somebody said they should have had a rail.
Play again. I don't know who's singing.
Let me see if these people around here sing.
Come on, people. Yes, Lord. Come on. Oh, Lord. Hey.
Look.
Oh, Lord. You got me. I will help y'all play. I just had back surgery. I can't assist in that. It's okay. I like that shower cap pizza. She man mess around. She knocking her out with
There's 3 men.
Not mess around with y'all player.
See?
Pete,
it didn't go up that much.
The nice little swimming shoe. I told her.
Because when she stepped down in there, it didn't go up all the way, and which is probably why they needed a chair, because she can't go down any further. They would have to literally lift her up, and the water would make her heavier. They can't let her get in too much in the water because she would be heavier. Oh, how are they going to get her back up them steps?
That's what I'm saying. She got that whole outfit on. We know when we get wet, even with a bathing suit on, it's hard to get up.
She's going to lift her leg to get off them steps. They're going to have to lift her.
And I blame her. She should have said, Pastor, I can't do that.
Who was that one who showed when the pastor went? He went down and they pulled him up.
Oh, yeah. They got put up by a shirt.
I thought he was going to drown. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Bless her heart, though. Bless her heart. Okay. What's my donkey?
I would have to just say these things come out by fasting and prayer. You baptize in the name of Jesus.
Some churches go to the river and they just baptize everybody that came that whole month or whatever. Not the tub, not the baptism tub. That's too dangerous now. Some people slip down those stairs.
I would have put her in a walk-in shower.
They don't have that in the church. They should have taken her down to the river.
They should have just did. I think they was going to try to make her go back on that chair. They probably believe in total submersion.
I don't know.
Because if they didn't, they could have just sprinkled some water on her head like the Catholics do.
And how she going to get back up them steps? But the person who's videotaping don't even know what to do. Maybe you can follow this person and see if she has more film on it.
Oh, that girl better go see the Lord. I'm glad they have her.
See?
They need a
rail.
Take me to the water.
What is the chair for? Just
take me to the water. Take me to the water. To be back. Yeah.
You gotta be.
None but the
I like the shower cap pizza.
She got back up though. I can tell her.
Get
She just went and sat on the stairs.
Get back up.
Shower flip. Pete, you should have got you them non-slip swimming shoes. I told her.
All right.
Swimming shoe. What the chair for? Just baptize me in the shower. Okay. Poor thing.
Every day you want to know who Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day is. On the Breakfast Club. Well, today's donkey of the day is Tommy Tuberville.
They talked about him on The View, too.
Tommy Tuberville now says white nationalists are racist after refusing to denounce them. Now, Republican senator, he's a Republican senator in Alabama, Tommy Tuberville, finally condemned white nationalists, telling reporters on Capitol Hill on Tuesday that white nationalists are racist after previously refusing to equate white nationalism as racism.
With racism.
So when Charlemagne gave him donkey of the day, this is before he changed his thing.
Oh.
He has him saying on film, white nationalism is not racist.
Right.
And he said he was a coach in a lot of sports.
Yes.
So he has a lot of players of different races. And he's not a racist. And he says there could be no way he could be a racist working with all these different people with all these different races.
Okay.
And he's tired of people saying that white nationalism is racist. That's just being proud of being white.
Okay.
So apparently he got blasted for saying that because the definition of white nationalism is racist.
Yep.
So he had to come back and change the story.
He was saying nationalist is just you supporting your country.
You support your country. You're a white,
you're black
proud
or white
person.
or whatever.
During an interview on CNN's The Source with Caitlin Collins, Tuberville repeatedly defended his previous comments when Collins stated that the definition of white nationalist is someone who believes that white race is superior to other races. He said, well, that's some people's opinions.
Right. He a knucklehead.
When asked what his opinion was, he said, my opinion of white nationalists is someone who wants to call them white nationalists is American. Speaking on an individual level, he said, if people think a white nationalist is racist, I agree with that. So he went back against what he originally said because he got ate up in public for saying that.
And the fact that the word white is in front of the nationalist kind of should tell you. Whoopi felt like he ain't stupid. He knew what he knew what it is.
But you see who this is a senator.
Yeah. This is who's representing that area where he lives.
These are the people that's making the laws in Alabama.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, people like him, the governor of Texas, DeSantis. I mean, come on.
Oh, they said finally there's some white people against DeSantis in Florida that's Republican.
Oh, really? What's their reason?
He wants to change the law on alimony. So these women are mad.
What the heck is he trying to do?
I think he don't believe you should just be getting just alimony like that. So they mad because some of them probably live in Florida off of their ex-husband's money.
Let's rethink that. Remember, we made a comment. There's men even getting alimony from wives, whoever makes the most. But I always felt like if it's not kids involved, why is she getting alimony?
Florida Governor DeSantis signs a bill ending permanent alimony. He don't believe in permanent alimony.
Wow.
In other words, you could just say you don't want to get married and just collect alimony for the rest of your life. Governor Ron DeSantis on Friday signed a measure that will overhaul the state's alimony laws after 3 vetoes of similar bills and a decade of emotional clashes over the issue. Measure SB 1416 includes doing away with what is known as permanent alimony. DeSantis' approval came a year after he nixed a similar bill that sought to eliminate permanent alimony and set up a formula for alimony amounts based on your length of marriage. Not permanent, depending on how long you've been married. So if you've been married a year, I'm not giving you permanent alimony.
That makes sense, though.
Well,
he makes sense on this one.
It says the approval drew an outcry from members of the First Wives Advocacy Group, a coalition of mostly older women who receive permanent alimony and who assert that their lives will be unpending without it.
I kind of agree with him. With him, you gotta
This is what the group said. On behalf of the thousands of women who our group represents, we are very disappointed in the governor's decision to sign the alimony reform bill. We believe by signing it, he has put older women in situations which will cause financial devastation. The so-called party of family values has just contributed to erosion of the institution of marriage in Florida. Women who found the group a decade ago told the news service of Florida in a text message, the years-long effort to do away with the permanent alimony has been highly contentious issue. Now, let's look at her side. Let's say you got married.
She was married for 30 years.
Right. And now you 60. And the chances of you probably getting married again is slim to none.
Okay.
So your rich husband got to pay you alimony until you die.
Does he have to make a certain amount to receive that permanent alimony?
The alimony amount is by the judge, just like child support.
And he's paying alimony because he had the affair.
Probably. But sometimes no, because remember, some people have to pay alimony.
Why would they pay
remember
alimony?
Mary J. Blige plays it, and her husband is the one that had the affair.
That's what I don't understand. What states are those? Like Wendy Williams. Mm-hmm. Why would you pay?
She pays alimony to her husband, and he had the affair.
And that's what I don't understand. Now I can see if her husband had an affair, and he messed up the vows and the marriage, so he pays her, but permanently. Let's rethink this.
So there you go.
Maybe the years they've been married, but why permanent? Because think about it. The years that they've been married is what legally was on paper. They're not married anymore, even though he cheated and the marriage is broken. 30 years you were actually married to him. So why not alimony for 30 years covering 30 years? So I don't know. That's a good point.
See, so you agree with Ron DeSantis?
I kind of do, because
he's very conservative.
Because my thing is, kids definitely, child support, but alimony. If he had the affair, if she had the affair, who makes the most? I don't know.
See, that's a touchy one.
That's a touchy one.
Yeah. But Ron DeSantis is like,
he's very conservative.
You're not getting permanent.
He would be a very conservative president. He would be scary.
I keep telling y'all that. Y'all keep saying y'all don't want Trump. Y'all want DeSantis.
He would be
DeSantis is worse.
Scary man. Because he will come down on all the things that he's been doing already.
DeSantis is worse.
Well, we'll see.
All right, so that was it.
Okay.
Did you have anything else? We got through the stories. We always go over it. Don't matter.
Yep.
Don't forget to get our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. The link is in the description. And it's also, just look on Amazon, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. We actually have people joining our little our family thing.
Okay.
Monthly fee. It helps support the channel. That's a way that you can help support the channel. Buying the book is a way to help support the channel. Once we put out our t-shirts and stuff, that's the way you can help support the channel.
Okay.
Giving a super chat. I should start saying that throughout our live. Super chats help support the channel too. All of our things are growing. We're now on Thread. Is it Thread? Yeah, Thread. We're on everything.
Which is still, they finding pros and cons with Thread.
Well, it's still in beta. You can tell it's not done yet.
One thing they did say is if you can't get rid of Thread, you would have to get rid of your Instagram account to get rid of Thread.
What?
The account. It's hooked up to your Instagram.
You can stop it.
You have to get rid of your Instagram to get rid of Thread. So you got Thread for the long haul.
So once you get
Instagram.
So if you have Thread, you can't close your Thread?
Can't close the account. That's what they said on the news.
Wow.
People are finding every day different things on this software. This application.
Well, it's fine. I like it. We already
most people will probably keep their Instagram account.
We already over 2,000.
Okay.
What's up, TikTok? Blue says, "Hey y'all." Hey Blue.
Hey Blue.
Okay. Yeah, so we got our TikTok going. Soon we'll be able to hook TikTok up to Streamlab. Because I hate that we got to do sideways TikTok. But when we're able to hook it up, they won't give me the key yet. I think you got to get a certain number of followers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we getting there. And then Instagram, we're on our way to 100,000. Yeah. Thread, we got 2,000. And then we're on our way here to 50,000 on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I want 100,000.
Okay.
So you get a little plaque for 100,000.
We still got to hurry up and get Streamlab.
And Wendy, we're going to get, I'm still looking at it.
Keep our Friends of the Woods report.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or we may not re-sign with Streamlab. We may let this run out and then get
a new platform.
Yeah, get like StreamYard or something.
Okay. Where
it's easier to do what they said. So we'll see. We'll
true.
See.
We could do that.
Because it's been, how long has it been? Almost a year, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think we got a little ways.
So we'll see, y'all. But I'll let you know whenever we're able to go on, bring y'all back in. I know Wendy asks me all the time.
I know people probably talking about my hair.
People always talking about your hair. You changing it, right?
Yeah.
When you taking this down? When?
I don't know.
You said you was taking it down.
I don't know when though.
This week, ain't it?
Chopped up. I don't know. I may take it down tonight. I may take it down this weekend.
All right, but it's still this week.
I don't know. Because I got to be ready to transition to something else.
Just wear a hat.
We'll see.
Yeah, just wear a hat.
80 degrees. Woo.
Yeah, that does.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Mom, Wendy says bye, Mom. She said hello. Bye, Wendy. All right, y'all. Okay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.